Hello Jeff, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
How are you today?
I'm very well, thank you, yes.
How has GITEX been for you?
GITEX good. A little bit of a slow start yesterday with a half a day, but very busy this morning. So lots going on. Yeah, we're on 5 stands. So we've expanded to our partners this year. So we're getting a lot of coverage in all the halls. It's great.
So what new are we seeing from Mimecast this year?
So we're launching a couple of things at GITEX. One is around security awareness. So that's the Mimecast awareness training. Came a couple of months ago as an acquisition of a company called Atata. And it is awareness training with a bit of an edge. It's sort of like cramming Netflix series, sitcom type stuff, really compelling content that we're embedding into our cloud platform, and it's been incredibly well received. So we've launched it a couple of weeks ago. We've already got our first order, which is great news, and we're getting good feedback.
So what new are you showcasing this year, like the human firewall or the Mimecast training awareness?
Yeah, so we see that organizations are still struggling to educate their people. So I think 95% of the problems that people are still having through email comes from lack of awareness of their staff. So people pressing on malicious links or opening attachments they shouldn't be opening. There's a lot of threats that are coming through that are changing, things like harvesting of credentials. And all of those things need to be addressed by training the people. So the human firewall is how do we train those people? So that's what we're doing with the Mimecast awareness training.
Can I know about this Mimecast training awareness in brief?
Yeah, so it basically gives you a risk score for each individual within the organization. So it looks at the behavior of everybody in terms of their interaction with their email, and it assesses them and gives them a score. So it gives the organization the opportunity to go and look at particular individuals and fine-tune content to train them. What we're also doing is automating that content. So we're making sure that when an individual does something they shouldn't be doing, that we play them some automated content to try and educate them so we can address the issue there and then. The other good thing about it isn't something that's a set of, dull, repetitive videos. It is series oriented with recognizable characters, and people are attaching to these characters and learning the lessons as they're watching the videos. So it's really good stuff. People are laughing at it, and people are desperate to see what's coming next in the series. So it's really good stuff.
If you have noted, the tagline this year is Experience Future Urbanism of GITEX.
Yes.
So how are Mimecast solutions in alignment with that?
Obviously, a Atata integration is taking place. So over the next couple of quarters, we'll make that integration tighter and neater and more interesting for customers. And then there's a lot of other things coming along in terms of some of the intelligence aspects that we're looking at, how we can make sure that we're getting a better sense of the way malware is changing over time. We've got a lot of research analysts. In fact, we've got one of the research analysts with us this week that's explaining to the banking community how some of the banking malware is changing. So we're introducing a lot of good, interesting defense mechanisms within the platform as well. So it's all exciting stuff. Yes, we have live hacks both on our stand and some of our partner stand this year, and in X Labs. So they always go down well. We did the first one yesterday, and we had 20 or 30 enthusiastic people gathered around. I always find it interesting. But the analyst is giving us a new angle as well this year. So we're combining the live hack with the analyst feedback. We're getting a real sense of what our research analysts do in the SOC on a day-to-day basis. So it's giving good context for the live hack as well. So that's a nice angle this year. Okay.
So it's been almost 6 months, 6 to 8 months you have joined Mimecast.
Yes.
How has it been so far?
It's been great. Yeah, we've made a lot of progress. We took on board a couple of very good partners. So you may have seen a press release around a company called Help AG. Help AG are a big player in the security market. So we've got very close engagement with them now. So that's moving along. We've got a couple of other partnerships that will come online over the next few weeks. Haven't announced those yet, but those are nice. And Saudi Arabia is coming online for us as well. So we've launched some distribution in Saudi Arabia, and we've got some partners coming on board, and we've got a couple of very important customers coming on board in Saudi as well. So yeah, we've gone from having a small footprint in the UAE to having enterprise customers across the region, and it's fantastic. It's growing quickly. Yeah.
So what would be your key takeaways from GITEX? Top three,
Top 3 for customers
apart from customers.
or for me?
Apart from customers, like your experience
Yes.
or new technologies, new knowledge.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, certainly around our platform is that the mail problem has not got away. The mail problem continues to grow. We do some research quarter on quarter, and we've seen a 30% growth in impersonation attacks. So that's the first thing. People continue to have this issue, and they have to look at investing in the basic platform around email. Still their core application. So that's the first thing. The security awareness obviously is a huge area for customers and for us. Trying to make that more efficient, trying to embed it into business as usual, I think is something that customers have been trying to do instead of running separate campaigns. So that's the second thing. We're getting good feedback around, this just happens in the background as part of normal email taking place. And the other thing for us is this, Gartner are talking very much about having a strategic platform for cloud. So as people start to adopt cloud across the region, and it's still growing, they've got to come up with some strategic selections for their cloud providers. So obviously Microsoft Office 365 is a big strategic platform, but they need one for security as well. So we're falling into that category. We're falling into that strategic provider for cloud. And we can marry it with the other cloud providers, integrate it. So that's a really strong message and things that it's starting to resonate with customers now. Okay.
Pleasure having you, Jeff.
Thank you very much.